Can you hear us?
I can hear you. And your lips are moving at the same time as the sound is coming out. So that's good.
Oh, good.
Good. Wonderful.
Unlike some of these movies that we watch on YouTube.
Yes.
I was watching one this week and Abby came into my room. I was folding laundry and I was watching it on YouTube. And Abby comes in. She's like, Mom, how are you watching this? The words and their mouths do not match up.
Mm-hmm.
I just got to power through, honey.
And then randomly they'll just start playing like violin music because they need to like trick YouTube into thinking it's not a stolen movie that they're putting on their channel.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That happened like 4 or 5 times while I was watching Elevator Girl. I'm like, what is going on?
Yeah. Oh, I have so many things to say about that.
Did I tell you about the one when I tried to find one of the movies and it was on YouTube and all it was a picture of, it was a video of somebody's laptop sitting on a desk streaming the movie. So that's how you had to watch it. And I'm like, no, I'm not doing that.
Absolutely not.
No.
I would have done it.
If it was good enough, maybe, but no, it wasn't that great of a movie. It wasn't one for our podcast. It was, I can't even remember what it was now.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
That's like one of the Christmas Carol movies I picked.
Oh boy. Thanks, Jess.
I watched it and I was like, okay, yeah, we'll keep that on the list.
That's going to be a fun one.
Because I still haven't picked movies for that. I need to get my life together.
Some of them are just deliciously terrible, and it will be fun.
Although I did find one movie before you decided, Danny, to change your time travel. Oh, but you're going to move it, right?
Oh, I just bumped it out. A week for me.
Because there was one that looked really good that had a couple of actors that I recognized, like from other things, not from Hallmark, but it was a, Hallmark Crown original or, one of those older ones.
Yeah.
Oh, I know which one I'm going to do. And they have to do with the dryer.
Oh, yeah.
I've never seen that one. I've heard you guys talk about it, but I've never seen it.
Love that.
Okay. Well, stay tuned. I have to figure out how you guys can watch it though, because I own a copy and I don't know if it's anywhere.
I think it's on YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I'm pretty sure I've seen it in the last year.
Okay.
It's so good.
I'll have to borrow your copy so I don't have to watch YouTube.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like I watched a lot of TV this week. I watched all our movies, and then I've been streaming the Menendez Brothers thing on Netflix.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I watched like the last 3 episodes of Heartstopper because Hallie was getting on me to finish that up because the new one starts in October. So, I feel like and then I tried to watch Hocus Pocus yesterday, but every time Binks came on the screen, our dog Henry would lose his absolute mind. He'd put his paws up on the TV stand and bark and bark and bark to where your dad came out from a work meeting saying, "What is happening out here?"
I'm just trying to watch a movie.
Just watched a movie.
Watch Binks.
No big deal.
Mm-hmm.
That's like every time we watch that old, oh my gosh, what is it called? Santa Paws. With the cute little dogs.
Mm-hmm.
And, oh my gosh, it's such an adorable little movie. And it's one of Finley, my 6-year-old's favorites. And every time we turn it on.
Isn't she 7 now?
Oh, Lord. Yes, she's 7 now. I've been doing this. I think it's every fall. I can't keep track of how old my kids are because all of them get a year older. So I've been telling people that Tyler is 12, but he's not. He's 13. Oh, yeah. Yes, she's 7. Anyway, that's one of her favorites. And so whenever we watch it, it's ridiculous. Our dog Drax, our terrier, he does the same thing. Paws up on the console, just barking, walking in circles. He thinks it's real. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, how stupid are you?
Yeah.
Come on, man. It's on the TV. Or the doorbell rings on any show.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord. All
and I keep yelling, it's TV. Like the dog is supposed to understand what TV is.
I do that too. Like when I get home, if I go walk Rip, our Great Dane, I will come in the house when I'm done, obviously, and the other dogs start barking until they come around the corner and see it's me. And I'm like, I live here. Why are you barking?
I'm allowed to be here.
I feed you.
Oh, gosh. Welcome to Love on the Pod, a podcast about all the cheesy romantic TV movies we adore. I'm Jessica.
I'm Danny.
I'm Sherry, and this is episode 24.
Yay, 24.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Look at us go.
I know. So today we are discussing a movie called Branching Out, which I thought just came out, but it actually did not. So,
oh, didn't it? I thought it did too.
Nope, it came out in the spring. But I get confused when I go on the Hallmark website because they like make a big deal about every movie and make it seem like it just came out, but it didn't.
Oh, that's funny. I must have missed it in the spring because I totally thought it was brand new.
Yeah. So the synopsis for this movie is to help build a family tree. Single mom Amelia tracks down her daughter's biological father. It becomes a journey of trust, love, and discovering the meaning of family. This movie was released on April 27th of this year, 2024, on Hallmark. And it stars two of my personal favorites, Juan Pablo di Pace and Sarah Drew. It was directed by McLean Nelson, and it was written by Melissa Bustamante and Joy Botkin. And this movie, unfortunately, the filming location was not super detailed, so I don't have a lot of information for you. But it was filmed in Utah, which is a little bit different for Hallmark. They don't always film in Utah.
It's not Canada.
No, it's not Canada.
No.
Or Georgia. And it was filmed in February of 2024. And I watched a few interviews with Juan Pablo and Sarah, and they both said it was freezing cold, snowing, raining, and they had to pretend like it was springtime.
Oh,
And
God.
so,
Because you could see their
Wow.
breath in some
Yeah.
of the scenes. And I thought, I wonder what time of year it really is there.
yeah.
So they filmed this in February and it was released in April.
Yep.
That's wild.
Man, they are
That's
banging
such
them out.
fast. I knew that they filmed to them very quickly, but to film it, edit it, release it all in 2 months? That's amazing. Wow.
Yeah. Super fast. So Utah's Motion Picture Incentive Program said that the film would earn $200,000 in tax credits and bring $2.3 million to the state, along with hundreds of jobs.
Wow.
And so that's cool. That's why they give tax credits, because it brings in so many jobs and money. And I know that Disney Channel actually films a lot of movies in Utah as well. A lot of their DCOMs are filmed in Utah, which we're going to talk about DCOMs on our next episode.
Which I had never heard that terminology before. When you said DCOM originally, I was like, what on earth are you talking about?
Oh.
Disney Channel original movie. I learned something new this week.
Yeah, it sounds like something science fiction DCOM movie.
It's like a spin-off for Star Wars. DCOM.
I'm glad we clarified.
Yeah.
Because I found some movies where people were also in Star Trek, and talk about that. Okay, so before we get into our recap, I would love to know your initial thoughts on this flick. What you guys think?
I really wanted to like this one. Okay, well, maybe that's not fair. I did like it. I didn't love it.
Mm-hmm.
I too thought that it was a brand new release. It had all the promotional stuff, and they even have a separate version of the movie that's like a hosted version that you can watch. And so I thought, wow, like Hallmark is putting a lot into this. This must be, and maybe that was my problem as I went into it with really high expectations. I absolutely love Juan Pablo di Pace. So I had very high expectations going into this movie. And there were a lot of things that I liked. There were also a lot of things that just kind of missed for me. So this one, yeah, it was a like it, not a love it.
What about you, Mom?
Yeah. I really enjoyed it. I will echo that. I didn't love it. Sounds like I liked it a little more than Danny did, but there were definitely some things that I put in my notes that kind of fell short for me, but I love the little girl. She's such a great little actress. And I looked her up. What her name is? No, not Ruby. Her name is Ruby in Corabella. Yeah, she plays the part of Ruby. And I only found one other acting credit on IMDb for her. So for someone that hasn't done much, I thought she really shined in her role. As we dig deep into it, I'll share some of my other notes. But I thought it was really enjoyable. There were some things that I felt missed the mark, but I enjoyed it.
So this is going to be an interesting conversation because I am obsessed with this movie and I would watch it 25 more times. I loved this movie. Like Mr. Manhattan level loved this movie. So I think this is the first time that we've had a movie where we all kind of have different levels of
that's interesting.
liking it. So this will be a fun conversation.
Yeah.
And maybe because I love both the main actors so much that clouded my judgment a little.
I don't think I've seen Sarah in anything else. I was trying to think what else she's been in, but
Grey's Anatomy. Grey's Anatomy is what she's mostly known for. I think she did 10 seasons of Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah, I saw that on her IMDb because I too was trying to figure out, is there anything else she's been in that I have seen? Because I didn't recognize her. And I stopped watching Grey's Anatomy after the first season. So I never saw her on that one. But yeah, she was on it for a long time. Dr. April Kepner was her role.
Yes. She had a interesting story arc. She was very good in it. And I think that you can tell that she has experience as a dramatic actress.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think you could tell. Because there's some actresses where you're like, I know you're trying to be sad, but it's not working out for you.
Mm-hmm. Actually, just look angry or constipated.
Okay, so let's hop into our recap. Okay. So this movie, it opens with a busy mom named Amelia and her daughter Ruby, who are racing out the door to get to school and work. And Amelia is making 3 lunches. And we find out later that she makes lunch for her best friend every day, which is so nice of her.
Her best friend is great too. I love her.
Yes. So they run out the door, and then we see that Ruby is assigned a family tree project at school. And we find out that she was actually born through IVF, and she does not know really anything about her family history or her biological father. I loved this opening scene. I thought it was so realistic for like what a normal morning is like, and how she found her hairbrush in the silverware drawer. And it was just Felicity's always losing her hairbrush. Every single day we're running around the house looking for it, and it's always in a random place where she just set it down. But Ruby actually had intention of like, oh, I'm going to put it in the silverware drawer because I know we always need it when we're in the kitchen. And I just thought
that's
that was
so
funny.
true, because I always do my girls' hair in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Always. Mm-hmm. It's like I'm running around making breakfast. They come in, Mom, can you do my hair? So I'm making breakfast, and then I go over to the dining room table and have them sit down, and I do their hair right there in the kitchen. So that was very realistic.
Yeah. And what a heavy topic. I mean, they didn't approach it really heavy, but the topic of IVF in a Hallmark movie is not something that we've seen before. And so I think they're really kind of tackling some of these really important issues. It's not all just reindeer farms and fluff. You get to see some really true life things that people go through.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And this is not related to that, but I just had to note that their house is so gorgeous. The opening scene, when it showed the outside of her house, I was like, what does her mom do for a living? Because they have a lot of money. But this house is so beautiful. Mm-hmm. Absolutely beautiful.
And we find out that she owns an architecture firm, which makes sense.
That follows,
Architects have the potential to make a lot of money. So
yeah, this is one where the job aligns with the salary and the home and everything else. It's not like she's working at the corner market and she has a mansion.
Or she owns a toy store downtown,
or a seasonal like Christmas tree farm,
struggling toy store.
Yeah. She's very successful in her career. She worked hard for it. Architect is different from the typical, chef, bakery owner. Christmas tree farm owner that we usually see. So I did like that. I enjoyed that. I thought that she was believable in that role.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if we've seen architects in the past in Hallmark movies, it's been a male character that's an architect.
True.
So I liked that. So Ruby makes a presentation for her mom about the 10 reasons why she should be able to submit her DNA to the National Registry so she could try to find her father. And this was so funny.
It totally reminded me of your PowerPoint presentation of why you should have a cat in your bedroom with a litter box. To which we said no.
Because that was the way we always felt like we could convince you, is by putting together a presentation, really working together to put all of our talking points together and be prepared with the presentation. Because Dad did that kind of stuff for work. And so we felt very mature and this shows how responsible we are that we're putting this presentation together. Now, our point of having the litter box in our bedroom was probably our downfall.
Absolutely, 100%. The trend the trend that I don't like that I've seen on TikTok, Instagram, last couple of holiday seasons though, is the PowerPoint presentation for the gifts that the kids want. And they're like, I want these $500 shoes, and I want this, $1,000 handbag, and I want, all these things I want. And it's this PowerPoint, and you see it in these people's living room with the 90-inch TV and this McMansion. And I'm like, you little brat, get a job. Get your own $500 shoes.
I like the ones where they take like a family trip, and it's usually when the kids are adults. And so they each pick a place and they do a PowerPoint presentation about it. And then the family votes. Cool. Yeah.
Yes. I love that. I always thought that would be fun to do with all of us.
Although we're showing our age, guys, because it's called a slide deck now. Nobody calls it a PowerPoint.
Excuse me, what? A slide deck?
Yeah.
Has the official name changed?
Well, nobody uses PowerPoint anymore, is the thing.
Oh, really?
They use Canva or whatever other programs are fancy. So it's a slide
whatever.
deck. When I pulled out that PowerPoint Jeopardy for my baristas that Hallie made us, they were all like, she made that? I said, yeah, you didn't learn how to do this in school? This was like,
you don't know how to use PowerPoint? What?
I was like, we had to learn how to make Jeopardy in school. That was like part of the deal.
You were going to need this. And you know what? We did. We did need that.
Yes. Hallie will make Jeopardy at any moment if you need her to.
But back in my day, it was actual slides where you had a slide projector, and then you had to push the little button, and sometimes it would get stuck halfway. And so you have half of one picture and half of another picture. You have to fiddle around with it and start over.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
That makes me sad. PowerPoint is no more.
I know. I mean, it exists, but I mean, I don't use the Microsoft Suite at all. So I just use Google.
So you're terminally unhip if you use PowerPoint. Okay, noted.
Am I cool if I use, what's it called? I think it's called Slides. Whatever's on the MacBook.
Oh,
no, it's called, wait, maybe no, it's called Keynote.
Oh, sure. That makes you cool. Hey, okay. I was going to tell you, if you're ever missing any of your school stuff, it's in the Love on the Pod Google Docs, because
I know. Sorry.
I pulled it open and I was like, oh. So if you're ever searching for it,
accidentally forgetting to switch when I download my lesson plans.
So is all my friends giving stuff in there too?
No.
Oh, okay. It's just me floating out in cyberspace somewhere.
I mean, I have, what do I have? 4 different Google accounts. So I'm always like triple checking. And
I'm trying to switch between my account and my kid's account, and I pull it up sometimes and it's under Tyler's account. And it's all fantasy football stuff. I'm like, no, this is not what I'm looking for. I tried to print my lesson plans this week for school and I could not find them anywhere. I was like, what the heck? Where are they? And then I realized they were in the Love on the Pod Google account. So sorry, guys. If you need a writing curriculum, there you go.
Thanks. Okay, so Ruby's presentation is not PowerPoint or a slide deck. It's handwritten on a big notepad that she puts on the counter. And we don't get to hear all 10 points. But Amelia ultimately, although she struggles with it, decides to allow her to do it. So Amelia receives the results of the test back, and she decides that she's going to seek out TJ, who is Ruby's father. And it was his sister who had done or his mom who had done the DNA registry.
Yes, I believe so.
His mom. His mom. Okay. So she had done the DNA registry. And so through familial DNA, that's how they were able to find TJ. And so Amelia decides to let him know that he has a daughter. And he actually receives it pretty well. His family's really excited. They're stoked. They clearly want him to find a wife and have kids. And yeah. So after some discussion with TJ, Amelia, with trepidation, allows Ruby to meet him. And at this point, I'm obsessed with this movie. I'm in love with it. I'm in.
I did really appreciate this part of the story because you think, I mean, just the idea of an anonymous donor in an IVF situation that they probably don't want to be found. They probably know that at some point, like biologically, they have a child. But if it's an anonymous donor situation, you would assume that they probably don't want to be tracked down, right? But like you said, when she finds him, he's all in. He's
very
happy,
receptive.
he's excited, he's warm and kind and surprised. I don't know why he's surprised. Maybe he's not surprised, but just surprised that she's there sharing this information with him. And so I did really, really appreciate that, because it would have been easy to make him like, standoffish or whatever, but they made him very warm and happy about this situation, which I thought was very sweet.
And I liked his character, very much a departure from his Fuller House Fernando Hernandez Guerrero. Guerrero. Yeah. Who is very over the top. And I just like the way that he was just kind of chill, and he was very receptive to meeting Ruby and just very warm. So it kind of really shows what a great actor he is. He can really play different characters.
Yeah. Well, and when Amelia finds out that he's a musician, she kind of makes some assumptions about his life and who he might be. And they really leaned into the fact that he's not what the stereotypical traveling musician might be, because if they had gone in the opposite direction, like you said, Danny, they could have easily been like, oh, well, I'm scared. I don't want to deal with this. Give me a couple weeks and maybe I'll come around. But he didn't. Right away, he wanted to meet her. So I think that's cool. And I don't know what it was. Maybe because I'm on my period, but this movie had me like on the edge of tears the whole time.
Oh my gosh.
So next, we're going to see that TJ shows up at Ruby's school to present for Heritage Day. But Amelia gets real upset with him because it was so last minute. And I was a little confused here because he never said he was coming. He got invited. He did not agree to come. And he let Amelia know ahead of time that he wasn't going to come. And so I don't.
So there were no expectations there, or there shouldn't have been.
And Amelia made a point to tell Ruby, let's not put pressure on TJ. And then she gets all pissed off. And I was like...
And puts pressure on TJ.
Yeah, it was weird.
Although he got into the school and ran up the stairs and into the classroom very easily. And I hope that he had to check in with somebody, show some ID, because he just ran right in.
How did he know where her classroom was? How did he even know what school she went
to?
Yeah. I would think there would be a little bit more rigorous procedure when someone enters the school.
Some security.
Yeah. Like I've worked in a school office, and I know that if anyone walks through that door that we did not know who they were or why they were there, that that was not either a student or employed, even if we did know who they were and why they were there, they had to come into the office, sign in, get a badge that lets you know it's okay for this person to be here. And if they didn't, they were tracked down by security immediately. So,
and the doors are locked typically.
Oh, our doors were not locked.
Oh, a lot of schools, the doors are locked now. Once school day starts, the doors are locked.
Yeah, and you have to buzz to be let in?
I guess that makes sense. Yep. That's a good idea.
And it goes to the office, and then you tell them who you are. And
that makes total sense. So Amelia has coffee with TJ's mom and sisters, and you can tell that she's totally overwhelmed by this situation. She is not used to having really a big family at all. It's just always been her and her mom, and then her mom passed away. So she is trying, I think, but not doing the best job at trying.
She plays that very well too.
Yes. Yeah. So she's trying to engage with the sisters and the mom, but they're very big and loud, and I can see how you would be overwhelmed by that situation.
It's like when my social battery is starting to deplete and I start to glaze over, and I know I've got to get myself out of this situation, at least for a little while.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how nice the people are. Yeah. When I'm done, I'm done.
I adored his family. Absolutely loved his family. They were all so excited, so welcoming, so kind, very over the top. And, we grew up with a big family. My husband has a very big family. Now we have a big family. So I'm used to the chaos, and I love that. Like, hi, I'm happy to see you. Let's have a party. Let's do all these things. Like, I love that. But I can see how someone coming from being used to just being them and their mom and their kid, and then their mom passing away, like it's just her and her daughter and her friend, really. And so I can see how that could be overwhelming.
Yeah. One funny thing that I found was, let's see, what was his name? The guy who plays the dad, Andrew James Diaz. I was like, he looks really young to be a dad of TJ. He's only 5 years older than him.
Of course.
And so I don't know if the gray in his hair was put in for the movie or if he's naturally gray, but he's like, 51 or something. And Juan Pablo di Pace is like 46 or something like that. So
almost strikes again.
Yes. Yeah. Oh gosh. That's
very handsome. He looks like he could be a dad, but maybe not a dad to a 45-year-old man.
Yeah, probably not. Hopefully not.
Although Juan Pablo di Pace does not look like he's 46.
No.
Definitely looks younger.
Yeah. So we get a scene where Amelia and TJ are in TJ's family store because they own a farm and they have a farm store, which looked so cute. And I'm sure it looked like a real store. So I'm assuming it was a real store in Utah, but again, I couldn't find what store it was. But we find that he's a good cook, and he just pulls these roasted squash blossoms out of they're in a random Pyrex, like in a bag on the floor. And he's like, I just brought these today. I'm like, how long have those been sitting there?
And are they still warm?
And she's like, okay, I'll eat this like flaccid, just like, like what? And then he says, oh, take them home for dinner. And I'm like, they're going to eat this for
dinner. That's a side dish, and it should be eaten warm, like freshly made.
For sure.
Yeah, that was weird.
So I don't know. I mean, I would have rather seen them do they could have a fridge in there or something. Or he could
have made something different.
Yeah.
Like
absolutely.
something there was no question about whether it was still good,
Yeah. Well, yeah, and I'm like, you're in your parents' store and you just come and bring this food and set it on the ground and just like leave it there. It's
weird.
And they didn't really look good, but Okay.
No, they were all flat and floppy. It's like a soggy potato chip or something.
Yeah. No, that's like when your kid shows you some artwork that they did and they're like, what do you think, Mom? Is this good? And they're like 3 and you don't even know what it is. And you're like, that's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not.
It's the most beautiful thing I've seen in the last 3 seconds.
Yeah. Or their little dance routine. You got to watch this. I just made this up. And you're like,
Well, how was that? Oh, it was so good. You're
Look what I
so
can do.
talented.
Do you think I could be in the Olympics? 100%. Absolutely.
Yes,
Absolutely.
I do.
Absolutely. You would win gold.
So next, Amelia and Ruby, and Amelia's best friend, which I did not write down her name. Does anybody remember? Mora. Auntie Mora, that's right. So they attend a birthday party at TJ's family home. It's for his nephew, Mateo. And you can really see that Ruby is making meaningful connections with everyone. She's super outgoing little girl, very excited to be there. Really the opposite of her mom as far as how she's receiving that environment. You can tell that she will thrive in the chaos of everybody everywhere all at once. Because she's not used to it and she's craving it as a little kid. So, yeah, so that's, they show Mora like helping out. So you can really tell that she has played some kind of a parental role in Ruby's life. And she's always, making sure she's okay and saying, oh, I'll come, do the piñata with you and all of that stuff, which I thought was really cool that they have that relationship. And then later in this same party, you see that Amelia is trying to open a bottle or a jar.
A bottle. It was the soda bottle.
Oh, yeah, soda bottle. That's right, because it's a twist off. And she says, my mom always said, learn to do everything yourself because you don't have money or a man. And I was like, whoa, your mom is like,
this is
man.
like, I think this particular line was the start of my irritation with this film. I just was like, what? Are we really going to play that card? You learn to do everything yourself in case you don't have money or a man. Like, what? Come on.
But I think that shows why Amelia is how she is, because her mom was that way. Well,
may she rest in peace.
Well,
if you ever said that to me, Mom, I would be like, excuse you, what?
If you want to open those jars, you got to get yourself a man.
I don't
or go to the gym.
Learn how to do everything myself in case I don't have a man. Like if I want to learn how to do something, I'm just going to learn to do something.
Yeah. Yeah.
In case you're a sad spinster.
I hate that.
With no money.
Ugh.
Yeah. It sounds like her mom had some trauma, some residual trauma that she did not deal with from her husband leaving.
Yeah.
And then she passed it down to Amelia. And as we go further in the movie, we're going to see that Amelia's going to be called out for doing that same thing to her daughter.
Yeah.
And which I loved that. I loved that scene. It surprised me and I loved it. But so I think, although I didn't love that line, I think it was an important part of telling the story. So, okay. So TJ is going to take Ruby to the guitar store to look at guitars. Now, Ruby is obsessed with Taylor Swift. She loves her. She wants to be her. And so he takes her to the guitar store and she gets to see the guitar that Taylor Swift uses. Not her actual guitar, but the same type of guitar. And Juan Pablo does a pretty good job at pretending like he can actually play the guitar when he cannot.
Better than Trace Ossio, which we'll talk about a little bit later.
So they have fun at the guitar store, and randomly, there's Trace Ossio, who is a musician in the movie. His manager happens to be at this guitar store and tells TJ, hey, I heard you just shredding on the guitar there with your daughter. So
and your shred face.
He was blown away by his mad skills.
I want you to come in because we have a show in like 2 days and we don't have a lead guitarist.
You're going to learn all the songs.
Because Trey wants only local musicians at this show.
Right. So
probably should have figured that out a couple months ago, but that's okay.
Wouldn't you want only good musicians? I mean,
2 days to the show, guys. We better hurry up and pick somebody. I'll go down to the guitar store.
See if there's anybody hanging out there.
Some kids having a lesson and they're really,
yeah,
they're really good.
Should have picked Ruby. Why not?
Yeah.
Although I will say, I didn't know that Juan Pablo di Pace could sing. He actually does have a lovely singing voice.
Yes. Yep, absolutely. So TJ drops Ruby off at home after this guitar store adventure, and she invites him to come see her family tree presentation in 2 weeks, which immediately, as soon as she said that, I was like, oh, there's the conflict. It's coming.
Here it is. Story arc.
But what I liked about that when he brought her home, this real mom moment, because Amelia comes to the door and she's clearly got her work slacks on, her work blouse, green and tan, but then she throws on this huge pink cardigan and pink fluffy slippers. And I thought, you know what, that's real life. That's a real mom. She's not still in her heels. She's not completely put together. I thought that was a neat detail that they included.
She still had her bra on, so it wasn't completely real life.
True. No sweatpants.
But their little banter back and forth right there as she was going back inside was so funny. I loved it.
Very cute.
They were talking about his high school band. What was it called? Jealousy and Remorse.
Yes. Something like that.
And I watched the interview with them and they said that the director was just throwing them lines over and over again during that scene. And they were just kind of spitballing back and forth.
Oh, and whatever. That's cute. I like that.
Yeah. I actually struggled with their relationship throughout this movie. I really thought that Ruby and TJ's relationship was just beautiful. It was very believable. That little girl, Corabella, she's a fantastic little actress. And her relationship with TJ, it built really well. It was very believable. It was very sweet. I bought into it. I loved it. But the relationship between Amelia and TJ, I really struggled with. But that scene, right, that one particular scene is the only time I think in the whole movie that I bought it. I really, really did enjoy that scene.
See, I really liked their chemistry because I think it showed his more laid back style, and she's so stringent and she has these abandonment issues. And so she wants things to be predictable and she wants things to be by the book and she doesn't like change. And even as far as her name, she doesn't go by Amy, she goes by Amelia. It's very formal. And so I think for me, it showed the differences in their personalities. And I think it really worked together.
Yep. I liked them together and I loved the scene. I just thought it was funny. They were being flirty and honestly, you don't usually see this like jokey little scenes in Hallmark movies. It's usually either conflict or romance. You know, it's not, they're usually not like just flirting. So I thought it was cute.
Which is usually how it starts.
Yeah.
Right. In real life. Yes. It doesn't just go from 0 to 60.
Yeah.
Right. And it was fun to see her kind of lightening up in that moment too.
Yeah. Yep. So in the next couple scenes, Amelia and TJ agree to have dinner together, the three of them with Ruby, and TJ's going to cook for them. And he makes birria tacos, which looked delicious.
So good.
They're so
good. Made me
good.
so hungry.
I know. I wanted to make them.
I made tacos. Hello. I made tacos. They were not good like that. They were good, but they were just, taco seasoning packet tacos. They were not authentic, delicious tacos, and I still want them.
Yeah, that sauce that they made in the blender looked so good. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually made a really good dinner last night. It was just like a beef rice bowl, which I don't usually like to cook with ground beef. It's not my favorite. I don't like the way it smells. But it was that with onions and ponzu sauce. And then it was just pickled cucumbers and carrots and green onions on top.
Yeah.
Super good.
That sounds really good.
And I like those kind of meals because then the kids can leave off what they don't like.
Build your own bowl.
Kind of build it.
Yeah.
Yes.
We do
So,
burrito bowls all the time. And it's always like, just put what you want on it. If you don't want it, don't put it in there. It's fine.
yeah. Dexter lately has been heavy on that. I just want rice. I'm like, okay.
Oh, yeah. That's Finley
No sauce or
forever.
anything.
No, just rice.
Just rice.
All Finley ever wants to eat is bread. Can I just have toast? No,
What?
you can't just have toast. You need some
Keep
protein.
talking. I'm just going to feed the cat. He's meowing at me.
Oh, okay.
My cord's long enough. I can do this.
Okay, so TJ goes in and auditions for Trey Stasio, but actually not for Trey. He auditions for his manager. And so he gets the job playing. And this confused me a lot because I'm like, Trey is the musician. He wants local musicians to play with him, but he's not even going to meet them first.
He's not even going to come to the audition.
Like, very weird. And how did they rehearse? Like, they met at the night of the show, their meeting for the first time. I'm like, they didn't
And
rehearse.
wasn't the audition like the day of or the day before the show?
And it was like 20 seconds. And he's like, yep, you got it.
And he had to learn how to play all these songs in like 24 hours.
Yeah, he's like, we do 40 minutes and then we take a break and then we do 40 more minutes and then a 15-minute encore. And I'm like, when did he learn all this music?
I know. And he's like, okay, cool.
I'll just figure it out.
And not only, as we see him on stage, not only is he playing the guitar, but he's also doing backing vocals. And
center stage, sharing a mic.
He's got to know all the lyrics too.
Yeah. That was that was weird.
Literally all they had to do was just show one scene of him rehearsing or even saying, I got to go rehearse every night this week. You know?
Yeah.
One line even would have fixed this issue. So that was a major plot hole for me that just didn't make any sense.
Can we jump back to the dinner really quick though? At the end of the dinner, Amelia and TJ share a kiss. And I thought that was a very spicy kiss for Hallmark. It was very passionate. I thought, Hallmark, you're stepping it up a little bit.
And honestly, that might be because Sarah Drew is from Grey's Anatomy, and Grey's Anatomy does not shy away from passion.
That's true.
They're doing it everywhere in that hospital.
Doesn't it make you wonder, like, does that stuff really happen? Because that's gross.
They've got these long shifts. They got a little lull in the action. They're going to get some action.
So gross. And no, actually, I was going to say about that dinner scene, I actually really enjoyed that scene. I loved how after they were done cooking, then it kind of panned out and showed all three of them at the table together. And they said grace, or TJ said grace, and they all it was just this really sweet little family moment. And so it was cool to see them. I think that's the first time in the movie that you really see all three of them together as a family. And I did really like that. I thought it was really sweet.
I did too. Kind of setting it up for what it could be in the future.
Yeah.
For sure. So TJ plays with Trey Stasio, and Amelia and Ruby and Maura are all there watching. They got VIP passes. He was able to get VIP passes for his whole family, which, wow, that's great.
And that's all the people that were there, really.
That's the only people who were.
And Trey Stasio, okay, they should have just had him on the mic. He's got a rhythm acoustic guitar. He's got the neck gripped so tight. He's not doing any chord changes at all. He's just gripping that neck and then strumming up and down and up and down and up and down. This guy's not playing the guitar. And I looked him up. Apparently he is a musician. He should know that maybe those fingers should move a little bit, make it a little more believable, but no.
That's so funny. I didn't even notice that.
Yeah.
Did not notice it at all.
Gosh, that's so funny. So they go to the intermission, and Amelia and Ruby get to go see TJ. They're supposed to meet him backstage to meet Trey. Okay. And at this point, TJ has been offered the job of lead guitarist on the tour that leaves in 2 weeks. And okay, you're leaving for a national tour, national and international tour in 2 weeks, and you don't have a guitarist?
Weird.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. My lead guitarist went solo. When? Did that happen recently, or has it been 6
Are you
months?
terrible to work with? Like, what's the deal here?
There's a red flag here.
Yeah, it's very weird. So TJ is excited, but also he finds out he's going to be gone for 6 months, and that's a really big deal. And he definitely has some pause. He's not like super, super over the top excited about this because he knows that he's going to have to leave.
And I like that. You know, in some movies that we've seen, somebody gets this great opportunity and they're so excited about it. They're just like, I'm out of here. And they're not even thinking about the consequences for everybody else in their life. He really had to pause and think, is this really what I want now that I have Amelia and Ruby in my life? And I really liked that.
Yeah.
And he was even talking to Amelia about it and saying, like, maybe I should not go because he wants to be there for Ruby, because he committed to being there for Ruby, which I thought was really sweet. And she has to go and grab her old bag of trauma and throw it in his face. And I just was like, you're trying to protect your daughter from trauma, but you're actually the one creating it. So go away.
And that was a very real scene. He's like, don't do this. Don't do this. He really wants to talk it out. And she's just shutting down at this point.
Yeah, I understand that Amelia has some trauma from her childhood, but she is way letting it impact her decisions with Ruby too much. And pulling her out of that concert was not cool. And and she didn't even get to meet
the fake guitarist.
Yeah, like
was
the
so
guy
lame.
Yeah, that was terrible. I that actually made me like mad at her character for doing that. But then we see that Maura, her best friend, is going to call her out on her BS.
Yes, I loved that.
Yeah, she's going to tell her, you're creating issues for your daughter. You're projecting onto your daughter, and you need to stop. I've watched you do it for years, and you got to stop. And Amelia was looking for sympathy, and she did not get it from her friend.
That's a good friend, though.
Yeah. Yep, absolutely. So next, we're going to enter Ruby's family tree presentation. And right before they walk in, literally they are walking into the classroom, and Amelia decides now is the time I'm going to text TJ's family, because she's been added to the group text, which Danny, you guys have a group chat, right, with Jordan's family? Is it always blowing up all day?
No,
every day?
only around the holidays.
Okay. So this
only
group,
if we're like planning something.
Okay.
Then
It's not
crazy
like Dad
town.
wants to know where the paper towels are.
No, it's not. It's radio silence unless we're like planning something.
Okay.
They're very appropriate about like, if I need to ask this person this question, I'm just going to text that person.
This family has no boundaries, I think.
No.
So everybody needs to know where the paper towels are, even if you don't live there. And that's fine. So she texts TJ's family and invites them to this presentation that is happening in like 2 minutes. And
But did she send TJ a separate text?
I don't think so.
She just like blows everything up with him and then sends a text to the group
He's
chat.
just part of the group. Yeah.
Like, what the heck is this girl?
Yeah.
Anyway.
So they magically appear. Nobody had plans. Everybody looks great.
Nobody had clearance with the school to get in. It's just this big old group.
Yep.
Like the presentations are starting now.
Yeah.
How did they get there that quickly?
Yeah. They got there in like 30 seconds, and it was.
They've been waiting in the parking lot, hoping
Maybe.
that they come on in.
That would actually track for this family.
Yeah. I wish they would have showed that.
Yes,
that would have been funny.
If they had done that, or even if they had shown her sending that text the night before.
Yeah.
That would have
Because they're like the family and While You Were Sleeping, where they're just all up in her business.
Yes.
Totally.
But in a kind, not like
very sweet.
Not meddling way, just a very sweet. They just want
supportive.
To love her.
Yes. Yeah, really. And this scene, sent me into tears. I thought it was so sweet. I loved the kid who went before Ruby was talking about his dad and his dad jokes and how terrible they are. And that's been passed down to him. I just thought that was really
That was
funny.
great.
Yeah.
And then Ruby really had a different take on her family tree. And they had referenced the Pando tree earlier in the movie. And so she used that as inspiration for her family tree, and that it was all messy and interconnected, but separate. So everybody has their own individual lives and pieces of themselves, but they are all connected. And I thought that was really sweet.
Did anybody know what the Pando tree was? I had to look it up.
No, I'd never heard of it.
Yeah. And it's a real thing. It's in Utah, and it's a collection of 47,000 genetically identical stems. It's said to be one living organism because every stem shares a collective root system.
Wow.
Yeah, the individual trees are thought to be 130 years old, but the root system is about 80,000 years old, making it one of the oldest living organisms in the world.
Wow. That's crazy.
So I like the way they wove that into the story, talking about how they're separate, but they're all connected.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Ruby was portrayed as a very precocious child. So she's very intelligent. And so it would make sense that she would take something that she learned in school a few months ago and utilize it in a future project. Because she's always wants to grow her knowledge. She wants to grow her vocabulary so she can be a great songwriter like Taylor Swift. So that's her goal.
Yeah. I really loved seeing the family tree presentation, and it reminded me of a book that Finley and I just got at the library. It's the cutest book. It's called I Can Be All Three, and it is by, oh darn, I thought I wrote it down. I did. It's called I Can Be All Three, and it's by Salima Alikhan. And it's a story about this little girl they're having multicultural day at school. Very similar kind of idea. And she's confused about what to do because her dad is from India and her mom is from Germany, and she was born here in the US. And so she doesn't know what culture she wants to present on. And there's so many, different things that she can choose. And it's going through each page saying, I could choose this, I could choose this, and just going into some of the different traditions and cultural things from the different countries. And then in the end, she ends up saying, I can be all three. And she does her presentation on all three different things that they do as a family that come from all, from the US, from India, from Germany. And I thought that was really just a very sweet book. And it reminded me of this presentation. I really liked how she used the Pando tree and kind of created this beautiful family. I thought it was really cute.
Yep, I agree. So we close out the movie with Amelia and TJ making up and then making out.
In the hallway at an elementary school.
While the kids are staring out the door, watching them.
And they're making up because TJ's been told that Trey and his band will just fly him home every 2 weeks throughout the tour.
Every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks. That
For 6
doesn't
months.
happen. Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. There's no way that's happening. And this scene bugged me so much because I'm like, why are you making out in the hallway of a children's school, first of all? And then when you realize that all these kids are watching you, first of all, where's the teacher? Why is she not being like, guys, get back to your seats? And just letting them watch these two random grownups making out in the hallway. And when they notice that this is happening, Amelia looks at TJ and says, I don't even care. And they just keep kissing. She's like, go away. This is so inappropriate. What are you
Ruby
doing?
says, get a classroom, guys.
It really bugged me. I was like, they could have had a nice conversation, left the building, and then had their kiss. You don't make out in the hallway of a children's school. I'm sorry. You just don't. It's weird.
Or show them leaving from the back and they're holding hands and they're walking off. Yeah. It doesn't have to be a sloppy makeout session.
No.
At an elementary school.
So inappropriate. I am not a fan of that.
It's kind of like that movie we talked about where they were making out on the Little League fields.
Yes.
Yes.
Like, can we?
And everybody's cheering. No, my kid would be hiding their face.
Yes.
You know,
Everyone would be
"Mom,
looking
what
at
are you
each other
doing?"
like, what is going on?
Mhm.
Somebody get a hose, spray them
Yeah.
off.
So
Yeah.
weird. Yeah. Not a fan of that.
And that's our movie. That's the end. That's how it finishes. I mean, most Hallmark movies end with a makeout, I think.
Mhm.
Yep.
I'd be interested to know what percentage. It's a lot, I think.
Where the
Yeah.
ending scene is a kissing scene.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Probably 95%.
Yeah.
And I'm not mad about it. I like a
No.
happy ending. I
No.
like everybody to fall in love. Just don't do it in an elementary school.
Yeah.
Just don't.
No, just not appropriate. Yeah. Absolutely. Okay, so my behind the scenes was about the fact that Juan Pablo di Pace does not play the guitar. So we already discussed it a little bit, but I'll tell you a little bit more. So
He
like
did
you
a better
said-
job at faking it, though, I would say.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So Danny, like you said, he's a talented singer. And he said in the little chat that he did with Sarah Drew that he thinks his agent might have told Hallmark that he can play. Because when he got there, they were like, "What? You can't play guitar?" And so he had to do a crash course of like virtual lessons. And then they figured out you can't learn to play the guitar in 2 weeks. So he learned how to fake it. They focused on learning how to fake it. And so they did have a double for the close-up shots, but for everything else, he was doing it. And I think he did a pretty good
And as
job.
long as you have a good shredding face.
Your shred face is good.
That was so cute when Ruby was like, "Do I have to make that face when I play the guitar?" And he's like, "What? That's shred face." Of course you have to make that face.
I loved how he kept using different versions of Riff for nicknames for her.
Yes, that was
That was cute.
And then the other thing behind the scenes was that they just had a great time. They kept talking about how their set was full of joy and laughter, and they just had so much fun together. And that even though the weather was miserable, they had a great time and they worked together really well. And that was really evident in the
Oh,
interview.
yeah. That translated well.
Yeah. Sometimes you'll see those interviews where they either don't seem to get along, or it's only one of them showed up for the interview and they're doing it by themselves, and you're like, huh, where's the other person?
What's going on here?
Yeah. And I did watch some of the VIP movie pass or all access pass, whatever they called it, which was the narrated movie.
Oh, the hosted version.
The hosted version.
Mhm.
I wasn't in love with that idea. I thought it was going to be like commentary. You know how they used to do DVD commentaries
Mhm.
on movies? I thought it was going to be like that, but it wasn't. It was like breaks in the movie where one of the Maori sisters, I forget which one, was interviewing them.
Mhm.
And I don't know. Maybe I'll give it another chance. I think it's a new thing they're trying.
Why don't they just do an interview?
I don't know.
Why does
Yeah.
it need to be broken up between the movie? They could just do the interview and then you can also watch the movie.
Yeah.
Tag it on to the end.
Yeah.
Because
I
I don't
think-
want to watch the movie again, but I would watch the interview.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think what they were doing was, I think they were watching the movie and then they would stop and she'd be like, oh, this scene, blah, 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 blah. Let's talk about it.
I see.
But I would rather I always liked to watch those commentaries, the DVD commentaries. I thought they were interesting.
I hate those.
I love them. I like them with the actors. I don't like them with the producer or the director. I don't
Mhm.
care
Or
about
some
that.
random other actor that's not related. Although I did like the what was that movie that you guys used to watch? And it was like the robots and the aliens were sitting in the movie theater and you could see the backs of them and they were
Mystery
talking.
Science Theater.
Yeah.
Yes.
You would
Yes.
watch that at Nana's house all the time.
They would like throw popcorn at the screen.
Uh-huh.
And
Yeah.
You don't
I don't
remember?
remember that.
Oh
No,
my
I don't.
gosh.
I'm gonna have to look it up. It's probably on YouTube.
They would watch like a
Probably.
really old, like terrible horror movie or
Like
something.
the Blob or something.
Yeah, something ridiculous. It's always in black and white. and they would just make fun of it the whole time. Hilarious. Yeah. Yep. I think we switched to that after Nana let us watch The Crypt Keeper, and it was way too scary.
I do not remember that. I remember watching The Shining at her house.
Really?
And The Blair Witch Project.
And The Sixth Sense.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But we
Nana always had the scary movie.
We made her turn off The Sixth Sense. I think we couldn't get through it.
Could be. That movie still scares me.
It was
Well,
all
she'd
of
always-
us.
The
She'd
whole
always
time we
turn
were
on-
convinced that it was real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everybody was.
Yeah. And then at the very end, a little tiny writing, Nana's like, this fictional depiction. And then we're like, oh man, it's not real.
They marketed it like it was real,
Yes,
but
they
like,
did.
like they would really play a movie where somebody actually disappears or actually gets
Right.
killed.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But we bought into it.
Oh yeah. That was
Mhm.
a scary movie.
It was
Ugh.
scary.
Yeah.
Isn't there a sequel to that too?
I think
Is
so.
there?
No. I
Yeah.
have no interest in seeing that. Not
No.
at all.
Not a horror movie gal. No thanks. Not into it.
Nope.
Okay, so during their interview, Sarah Drew and Juan Pablo di Pace played a little this or that because Hallmark is lacking in their originality for games. So as a
Always do
result,
that.
so am I. we're gonna play the same game.
All right, let's do it.
Okay, would you rather play the guitar in a band or attend a concert?
Attend a concert.
Attend a concert.
Yeah.
I'd sing in a band. I don't want to shred. I don't.
No.
I don't have a good shred face.
I don't want callousy fingers.
No.
Yeah.
I would like to learn to play the guitar. I started to learn for like half a second in high school, and now I don't remember it at all. I would like to be able to play like at home around a campfire with my kids, you know.
Yeah.
I don't want the pressure of playing an instrument on stage, but I love to go to a good concert. Love that.
Me
And then I
too.
can just pretend.
Yeah. Oh, and that's the one thing that Juan Pablo said. He hates it when people go to concerts and sing. He's like, why are you here? You should be watching the person performing and enjoying them, not listening to everybody around you sing.
That's the best
No,
part. I
that's
love
part of
singing
it.
along.
I know. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's
It's a whole experience.
It's this whole joyful party. Everyone's singing along, except for like the drunk gal behind you.
oh yeah.
Maybe,
But that's
she sings a little
entertaining.
Too loud. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
And if it weren't for the drunk gal at the Matt Nathanson concert, we wouldn't have gotten pushed all the way to the front, and your little sister wouldn't have gotten pulled up on stage. So
That's true. That's
God
true.
bless the drunk gal.
I hope she got home safely.
Yes. Yes. Taco or burrito?
Burrito.
Taco.
Taco. But not hard shell. I do
With
not
the
like
soft
hard shell.
shell. Mhm.
Ugh. Mm-mm.
Like a
I
little
mean-
street taco.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love a good street taco, but have you been to Chipotle?
Yes, I have.
Those burritos, man, they're so good.
I don't think
only
I've
get the
ever.
burrito bowl. I
Yeah.
don't get the burrito.
Yeah, their
too
burrito
much.
bowls are really good, but the
Mhm.
burrito, if you're feeling like some carbs, it's delish.
I love a breakfast burrito too.
Oh yeah. Have you
Mhm.
guys eaten breakfast at the Amazon Go store?
I've never
Yeah.
been to an Amazon
No.
Go
Oh
store.
my gosh, you guys. It's ridiculous because you would think it would be like gas station level food, but their veggie breakfast burrito is heaven on earth. It is so good. It's like $5. They make it fresh right there in front of you. I like to add avocado and hot sauce. It's so good. It's so good.
See, I think of the Amazon Go store and I just imagine stacks of boxes all over the place.
No, it's literally like a convenience store. You walk in
Huh?
and it's like snacks galore. They have like some random stuff like phone chargers and stuff that you can buy. They have wine. They have a frozen yogurt machine. They have an icy machine. Then they have a whole menu of hot sandwiches and burritos. And it's so good. The kids are always like, can we go to Amazon Go for lunch? It's delicious.
When you come
Okay.
visit, I will change your life by taking you to Buc-ee's. Because
What is Buc-ee's?
Buc-ee's is a convenience store on crack. It's they built it with the mission of making it a family-friendly convenience store. So it is spotless clean all the time. They have people cleaning the bathrooms literally all day, every day, and they pay them very well. And it is food, 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 more food.
That sounds like my speed. Yes.
T-shirts and candles, and Bucky is a beaver. And so everything has Bucky on it, stuffed Buckies, bodysuits that look like Bucky. But they're like giant, like the one they're building right now, 7,500 square feet, I think is what it's going to be.
Oh my
They're
God.
massive. And it's convenience store heaven, and their food is really good. And they do brisket there. They do
Oh,
okay. I want to go.
yeah.
You'll love it.
Another road
You can
trip.
spend hours there.
That sounds fantastic.
Okay. So cook a homemade meal or dine at a restaurant.
Dine at a restaurant. Anytime I can get a night off of cooking dinner. It's just specifically this week, my husband texted me when I was dropping my son off at football practice and asked what's for dinner. And I was like, why does dinner have to happen every night? I don't know. I don't know what's for dinner.
Yeah, it depends on my mood. As you know, I like to be home. So typically it's cook a homemade meal. I did finally sit down and do menu planning yesterday and put in a grocery order so that I know come 4:00, I'm not going to be thinking, okay, what am I going to make? Chopped up zucchini and rice again, because we've got so much zucchini in the garden. But it depends. If I want to go to a restaurant, that's fun too. But that doesn't happen very often.
Yeah.
Because I've been disappointed so many times. I get so mad when you go to a restaurant, you pay good money, and then you're like, oh, I could have made something better at home.
Yeah. See, it doesn't really even bother me if it's a little bit disappointing, because I just am so happy to have someone else cook for me.
Well, you're in the throes of raising kids too.
Yes.
So I have a little bit more flexibility.
And
I'm not running kids around.
I have to cook for an army now because my big kids are eating so much food. I used to do half a bag of noodles whenever I would make spaghetti, and we'd always have leftovers. I had to make a whole bag of spaghetti last time, and we did not have leftovers.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. I would do a mix. I would get takeout and eat it at home. That's
there you
go.
That's my favorite, because I don't. My kids are getting older, so they're easier at a restaurant. But it's still like, sit down. Don't put your hands under the table because I don't know what's under there. Like all of those things. No, you can't have soda. But if we're at home, there's no soda at home, so we're not gonna have soda. It's not gonna be a question.
Right.
So I'd rather just get takeout and eat it at home. So
yeah, I think that's the main reason my kids like going out to eat is because that's the only time they get soda.
yeah, it's true.
If we go out to eat, yes, okay, you can have soda. Really? Can I have a root beer?
There's no caffeine.
Yeah, you can have a soda as long as it's Sprite or root beer or Shirley Temple. You can't have caffeine.
No. Yeah. Nope. Early riser or night owl?
Early riser for me.
Oh yeah, you are for sure an early riser. I would really like to be an early riser. I have aspirations to be an early riser, but I am more of a night owl. Although right now I'm neither, because I'm pregnant and I want to sleep all the time. So I go to bed early and I sleep in late.
Yeah, I am now an early riser because I have to leave my house at 5 to get to the coffee shop. So I've become an early riser, but yeah, I'm totally a night owl. I way prefer to sleep in. So, okay. Last one is live in the city or on a farm.
Oh, on a farm.
On a farm.
Easy question. I hate the city. Put me in a farm, please. That's my dream.
On a farm, but I need to have my grocery store not too far away.
Yeah, within 20 or 30 minutes.
Yeah. Yes. I need to be able to get to where I want to go.
But I also want to be able to sit on my back porch and not hear cars racing by or see anyone else's house.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so now we're going to rate this movie, and we're going to use the Pando tree to rate it. Oh. So who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
I already mentioned that I enjoyed this movie a lot. I thought the acting was great, especially Ruby. The interactions were natural. I liked the juxtaposition of Amelia's very serious, controlled personality versus TJ's kind of laid back, go with the flow. I thought it worked well together. But I felt like it ended really abruptly with a kiss, and then that was just it. And I don't usually feel that way with Hallmark movies, but they had mentioned several times that he was this great cook. And I thought that maybe they were going to reference that later, that maybe once, his music career, he decides perhaps it's taking too much time away, that maybe he'll start focusing on his cooking and explore that with the family business. But so I think they kind of missed the mark on that. I would have loved to see a jump to the future with them as a whole family, and he's cooking, or maybe he's working in the family business as some sort of a, taco bar or something like that, because they made a point to reference his cooking ability so many times. But I thought it was an enjoyable movie. I'd totally watch it again, and I'm going to give it 4 Pando trees.
Like I said before, I liked it. I didn't love it. I probably would not watch it again. I think the biggest thing for me was just that I did not feel like TJ and Amelia were believable as a couple. I just didn't see it. I didn't feel the chemistry. I felt like it seemed like it was forced. But I loved the relationship between TJ and Ruby. And I also just really loved the idea of like, there's this little girl and she's craving that father figure. She wants to know where she came from. And they end up finding this like wonderful family. And not only does Ruby get to meet her biological dad, but Ruby and Amelia both gain a family, which I thought was really beautiful. So there were parts that I really loved and there were parts that I really didn't love. So I'm going to give it a 3 Pando trees.
Okay. So like I said, I really enjoyed this movie. I will agree about the ending. I didn't love the makeout scene in the school. I do think that the cooking part maybe was there to balance out the fact that Amelia can't cook. So to kind of show like, okay, if they're a family, like he'll take care of that part of it because she only knows how to make mac and cheese from a box.
And which I'm like, he's not just a musician.
Yeah, but they do that a lot where they're like, oh, mom can't cook. And I'm like, you have a 10-year-old. You've had to cook. Like,
yeah. You might not be the world's greatest
every
cook,
night,
but you can make stuff.
Yeah, you're not getting takeout for all 3 meals every day. And you made these lunches
at the beginning. You can go to the Amazon Go store.
Yeah, you can go to Buc-ee's. It's fine.
You can throw some chicken in the Instant Pot. Like, it's not hard.
Yes. Yeah. But, it also plays to the fact that like she had a mom who was kind of emotionally unavailable, sounds like, was distracted. Maybe she didn't know how to cook either. And so that generational stuff getting passed down. One other thing that I didn't care for is Sarah Drew has beautiful skin. And you can see it in the interview between her and Juan Pablo. She's not wearing any makeup. She has beautiful skin. They matted her out so much. And I felt like it made her look older. It made her skin look bad. And I was like, why? She's so beautiful. Like, make her a little dewier. Like, why are we putting this cakey, really matte foundation on her? So not that really affected the movie, but for me, I was like,
there's details you notice.
Yeah. I didn't love that. So the makeup artist gets a thumbs down from me. Sorry. So I am going to give it 4.5 Pando trees. Okay. And I would watch it again. Okay, so next week we are going to do a roundup about DCOMs, which, like we talked about earlier, are Disney Channel original movies. So we're going to discuss movies that feature stars who were also in Disney Channel original movies. DCOMs have been around for over 3 decades. They've been around a long time. And so there's lots of people to choose from. And Danny and I grew up watching these movies.
Oh, yeah, we did.
Yeah. And my daughter just told me that her favorite movie right now is Don't Look Under the Bed. So I'm very excited about that.
Oh, good choice. That movie gave me nightmares as a kid.
It's creepy, but she loves it.
Has she seen the one that it's kind of like Don't Look Under the Bed? Little Monsters.
Yes.
Oh, we love that one.
Yeah, we love that one too.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, that's a good one. Okay, so be sure to follow us on Instagram at Love on the Pod and share your episode thoughts or ideas by emailing us at loveonthepod@gmail.com. Plus, you can text us with future movie recommendations using the link in our show notes. If you loved this episode and want to hear more, please subscribe to the podcast as we drop new episodes weekly.
So whether you're building a family tree
or pretending to play guitar,
we hope you like Taylor Swift. Have a great week, and we'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.